So, as promised, we're going to begin with our first beer review. I did a preview of this I think over a couple weeks ago now. This is KilKenny Irish Cream Ale. This really seems to be only available in Canada and obviously Ireland. It's made by the same company that's making Guinness, basically named after a city, I believe. Per the can, I'm service extra cold. It is a nitrogen can. Meaning there's a widget inside. It's made with nitrogen, or at least nitrogen is added to the process, so it will produce very creamy beer. Basically, I've heard it described as Smithwick's Red Ale, just a little less bite, a little less flavor in it, much more creaminess. Again, reminds me of Guinness, so I'm using my Garrison India Pale Ale glass. Basically, it was one of the only ones I had that was clean that would probably take this, so let's get that open. Lots of smoke. And I'm probably going to piss off a lot of Guinness drinkers, but you can do this with Guinness too and with any nitrogen beer. Pour it straight in, straight down, just like this. As long as you have a big enough glass, you don't have to worry about the double pour. It really hasn't been necessary for quite a long while. So yeah, don't worry about it at all. Look at that. Look at that. Just gotta make sure I get that all. There we go. So, being a nitrogen beer, and just like Guinness, it starts out a little cloudy. You can see a lot of the nitrogen bubbles just foaming up. Has a very good head, which will settle down a bit as it goes. Recommendation is to always leave it settle first before starting to drink it. So that can be like a minute or two. We'll see. Not much else to really tell you about this beer. Again, it seems to be only available in Canada. I don't know why the States can't get this. Don't know why Canada can't get Young's Double Chocolate Stout anymore. I mean, would have liked to have tried that one. But, oh well. Very dark beer. Very dark amberish color. Well, more dark red, I suppose, especially when I hold it to the light. Not really described as much of a red ale, but again, I am told it's basically, KilKenny with, Smithwick's with nitrogen, so KilKenny. Don't think it really can qualify as a red ale. Anyway, it's an Irish cream ale. Look at that nice head. That's about maybe finger and a half of head. Very nice. Has that nice, pleasant beer smell to it. This is a lot different because I'm getting like a floral smell, I think. I really can't quite place it. It's not. I'm not smelling like roasted barley or coffee like I would with a stout. It's not a stout, but very floral, very pleasant smell. Looks like this is settled down considerably, so cheers, folks. This was my beer of choice for a while, but I haven't had it in a while, so that was very tasty. Gonna have a little more. It's kind of a little thin, a little watery to the mouth. Again, if you ever drank a Guinness is kind of the same way. It reminds me a lot of a dry stout. I'm getting a dryness on the finish, but there's not a whole lot of flavors going on here. There is a hint of taste of a red ale. I'm almost getting a nuttiness, which I don't think is really correct. I think it's actually more to do with the finish, just being so dry. Very dry finish. Very, very dry. Still, I kind of like it. It's a little bland, I have to admit, but I've also been drinking a lot more porters and stouts lately. Kudos to the Rogue Brewery. On my scale, I'd have to give this probably a 7. I think I really, well, this used to be my go-to beer. I really enjoy it, but I have to think it is a nitrogen beer. It's very creamy, very smooth going down. It is a little watery on the mouth. So, yeah, I'd have to give this a 7. A very dry finish, but still very good overall. This is the type of beer I recommend if you want to get somebody onto a nitrogen beer, or even if you just want to get them started like on a red ale, because it's very slight, but there is a little hint of a red ale in this. This would be a good place to start, I think. It's a much better starter beer than Guinness ever will be, put it that way. So, yeah. KilKenny Irish Cream Ale, 7 out of 10. Enjoy, folks.